And we're live. Let me fix my audio here. I think we're good to go. My mic is connected. All right. I think, yeah, we're logged in here. All right, I'm active. Let's get our situation here. We're down, break even actually. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. All righty. Live. All right. Let's get to it. I just need to see what we did and what's going on here. What zones have we held? Let's see. What was I marking out? Oh, there it is. I see it. We've just been swimming in this zone. Oops. Okay. Don't really see anything. Oh, I do see something. Yes. Welcome to the live stream. We're active. If you have questions, please ask me. I see a setup right here. It's not my favorite. Okay, let me just mark out these zones real quick. I'm good to go. I'll adjust that. There's a lot that I don't like. If any questions, please ask. Whatever I'm doing might look complicated, but I promise you it's so easy. Do I see a sweep? I do not. Oh, I think I see a setup here. Ah, we do not see a setup. I thought I did. Maybe. I don't think it reached standard deviation. Let me check. When is it DV? It did reach standard deviation. I'm down a gamble on this. Can I catch it before it's too late? Let's see. I like everything so far. How much we got to risk to enter this trade? Long. I am risking 3.5 contracts. Buy 3. All right. Let's see if we deliver here. Are we bullish overall? Let me see. Yeah, we're pretty bearish still. We're not really bullish at all. This might be a counter trend trade. Let's just be selective here. If I don't like how we react before entering, I'll take the order off. But overall, we look pretty bullish. It wouldn't make sense for us to come fail 50%. But we're bearish on the higher time frame. Let's see, what else do we see here? Okay. I'm liking everything so far. I think I'll put risk on the table for this trade. Right, we see our setup that we go over. If you want a more in-depth, I just finished a course today on 2.0. So I have a more in-depth course now. And I want to tell everybody I did in the chat, but I don't think I did. Let's see. Course 2.0 is done. 2.0 is done. Then let me put the screenshot. I'll show you too since I have you here. Check it out. Look. And if you have any opinions too, if you want me to add anything to the course or adjust anything, please tell me. Let me show you. I'm going to pull it up right now. So here's the new course. Can you see it? I have to put it more right here. It's an intro, basic understanding of NNT, market direction, extremely in-depth, backtest risk and journal, behaviors, habits, and priorities, and then expectations. And then I locked the prop firm setup because I want you to master the skill first before you even try to attempt a prop firm. And that's it. And there's a lot of good information, obviously, in these videos and texts. If you already are in the mentorship, if you can just watch it and let me know if there's anything you want me to adjust. All right, all right. Hopefully we can get filled. I want to bring this to the highest swing. Let me see if standard deviation even got filled there though. Let me check. 1 SCDV? Yeah, never mind. 1 SCDV is too far. I like this one better anyways. Let's make it main. The only thing I'm not liking is that there's a 15-minute zone line right here. And our zone is right under it. So it makes me feel like that we're not respecting the zone. We're respecting the higher time frame zone. And this isn't a valid setup. I'm going to be patient here and see what happens. We have a resistant line in the zone 2, which is nice confluence. Okay. Let's put our stop time to at 1:30. This is when we stop. Hopefully we can find a setup within this hour window. If we can't, we can't. Typically, when I trade afternoon, I don't find more than one setup. I sometimes will find two, but typically I just find one. And right now we're already did our 2 trades. We're 1 loss, 1 wins. We're at break even. So this trade would be my second loss, or would be the reason we're positive on the day. I'm gonna add one more to here. There it goes. Okay. Come on, buddy. I've been thinking about, so I'm teaching everybody to do top step, but I really want to switch to putting everybody on a prop firm that makes you fund it immediately, so you can just skip the challenge and stuff, especially to the mentees, because I'm so big on mastering the skill. I don't think you would fail prop firm if you went to the mentorship course. Like, it doesn't make sense that you would fail. So I think I'm gonna just give everybody 2 options, but I'm gonna push the prop firm that gives you money without having to do the challenge. So you just get funded immediately. So I'm thinking about doing that on my live streams and then just showing off all my copier accounts. Um, I'm so conflicted because I don't want to share and I don't want to push the money lifestyle. I just want to really, really push the skill more than anything. But I'm afraid that that's my reason why I'm not blowing up right now, or I'm not getting more traction than I think I should. It's because of lack of like the fake Rolex and lifestyle. Because let me ask you, if you were making 40K tomorrow, how different would your life really be? And let's be honest, it wouldn't be that much different. You would just have a lot of things that are catered to you more, but you still be in your head as you were before. So you need to work on that self-love, your behaviors and everything while you're working on this at the same time. So when you do receive all the money from it, you're not even more depressed, or you're not the person you were before. As have you noticed, people with money, their character shows even more, especially after they make money. So you see their true person, who they really are. So you're gonna, if you're a bad person and then you succeed doing this, you're gonna be more miserable than you were before just with money. So you really need to work on your behaviors and work on yourself. And obviously, if you got into the mentorship, we talk about that. We go through all that, and I have the thing to, you go through that on your own. And you can write it down and figure your solutions out, and then you do that with your accountability partner. So like y'all both are doing that, and y'all both are improving. So you have the skill, and then when the money comes, y'all will both be ready for it mentally. I love if you are rewatching this. Like I praise you. Like I absolutely praise you because you're somebody who wants more and who's gonna get more because you put in the work. And it's so silly because like it's such. I don't know if you heard of it this before, but like in society, it's so easy to win now because the competition is so slow and so weak. Like you're competing against like somebody who can't get off the couch, somebody who can't stop smoking, somebody who can't this or somebody who can't that. They just can't be uncomfortable. But you can be uncomfortable, you can push, you're tired, you don't want to study, but you know you need to study. You know you need to do more for yourself. And all it takes is a season of sacrifice that can put you 3 years, 4 years ahead in life. These guys who are billionaires and whatnot, they're not there because, well, there's also luck, but they're not there because of luck. They're there because they worked 10 times harder than you did. If you just showed up and did the work, you can be anywhere in life. But you're not showing up, you're doing half-ass effort, you're putting minimal work, you're not focused on one thing. Get you there. If you're watching these live streams, you will get there. Get into the mentorship, ask questions. I got you. Hello, buddy. I'm glad you're watching. I'm glad you're liking what you're seeing. If you're confused, I can make it not confusing. All these candlestick charts are just a line. And in these lines, I'm just looking for a pattern in these lines. So I spot that pattern more and more and more. I can change these to candles. I understand what I'm looking at. I create a box because I use no indicators. All I use is drawings on the chart. This is all I do. Let me make this. I'm just making these boxes again and again and again. And I determine where I want to gamble in these boxes. So like I see all these setups and my setup, I have an 85% win rate because I'm so selective. So I'm super selective with what setups I take. So if I like don't get the perfect reaction, I'll take my order off and move on. And I just keep doing that again and again and again. And then until I get a good setup. Gee, bro, hope it's all going well for you. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. I hope you're being selective and limiting your trades. I don't know where you're at in your journey. I know you're booming and busting for a while and jumping between different models. I really hope you're getting it now. And if you're not, just take a step back, decide what strategy you want to trade. Don't trade any other strategy and backtest that strategy. And bro, going really well. Awesome. I assume you're limiting your trades and you're sticking to one model. That's pretty badass. I know you're trading something too with higher RR. So that's really good too. I used to be so against 101 also for a while. I remember thinking like, you can't succeed with 101, but I'm doing it. Almost got my cushion for another payout. That's so awesome. Have you ever thought about over leveraging since you have your emotions at bay now and your strategy locked in? Get another prop firm account that you can over leverage on and cut the trades down to like 3 trades or only 2 trades allowed on that new prop firm account, so you can just pass them. And that's if that your emotions are stable and if you know what you're doing now and you have a model that you've been backtesting. For example, like with Top Step on a 50K account, cut it down to 2 trades. So if you only have 2K of drawdown, risk $1,000 per trade, and just keep going. There you go, please. I do have a Tradify account, which might be good. I used to do one. Dude, yeah, Tradify is a bit expensive though. I was thinking about pushing all my mentees to Tradify, just because of instant funding. But do it with Apex or something, just something cheap. And I don't know if you're copy trading already, but if you are, try TradingView. Use TradingView as your primary account, and then use NinjaTrader Replicanto or Quantower as a copy trader, and make the parent account that TradingView account that you're trading on. Mr. Ali, to get my email, to get in touch, I have a free Discord you can join, and I can talk to you on there, and you can ask me any questions at all. And the free Discord should be in the description of this video. Yeah, you're totally right, bro. Risk higher percentage. Yeah, and like obviously just do the math. Like just sit back and see what your win rate is, see how much you're risking, and then the max amount of risk you can do for that prop firm to get passed. But Tradify has instant funding, so I would just do that and then risk $50 per trade. I just found out about instant funding. Like I've seen it, but I've never like given the time to do any research on it at all. But I just did a few days ago, and it's something I kind of want to push towards. Oh man, thank you. I think you realize how easy trading has been when you have just one model you focus on. That like fixes everything. It's really hard to do one model when you're constantly like drowning in all these ideas, and especially from like everybody too. Yes, the one kick concept. I love that. And for those who don't know, kick a tree 1,000 times. You know how to kick. I don't know how it goes exactly, but if you learn different kicks, you're not going to do better than the first kick because you've done it 1,000 times. Mm. So trading one model and just trading that model again and again and again. I assume trading has got boring for you. What do you do when you're waiting for your setups? Are you just like on YouTube or playing games? Or you just sit and stare? For a while, I was just doing YouTube. I tried playing games too, but then I sometimes would miss setups, so I just stopped doing that. I had a little Netflix run, but I like getting too invested in Netflix, so I stopped doing that too. Going hard in the gym at the moment. Dude, that's awesome. Like you've reached equilibrium, like uh where instead of like booming and busting constantly, like you're not busting down here and you don't have pride. Like you're always uncomfortable. You're at equilibrium. That's awesome. I'm pretty sure your partner sees it too. It's hard to fight the urge, but toss up X lockout is a great feature. Yeah, dude, absolutely, I agree. So I do 3 trades or 2 losses. So when I take either, I just do the lockout, and then I don't need it at this point, but it's such a good habit. So like I feel like I'm doing good or like I'm doing something right when I do lock myself out, even though I don't need it. It's just still like a dopamine hit. Like, good job, buddy. Dude, that's awesome. That's so cool. I love that I was able to provide value to you a long time ago. I'm real big on like listening to what everybody has to say so like I can get pieces from everybody, and that's what you're doing. That's so awesome. That's what makes us profitable. It's like being open-minded all the time. I think my hardest thing for me for a while was like really understanding what I was doing because like I thought I did, and I was. But if a chicken can get funded and then chicken can get payout, that just shows that it's a game of probability. So everybody's gonna win in some way. I don't know if you've seen that. Like an actual chicken, this guy just feeds the chicken and it passed an account. But I passed a bunch of accounts too before I became consistent. But I didn't have a model to fully stick with. Mm-mm. I hope you're keeping up your journal, Michael. I assume you are. Just and then don't stop backtesting either. How much do you risk a trade? So I risk a 1-to-1. For example, I'm risking $100 to make $100. I'm risking 1-to-1. Currently on this top step evaluation that I'm doing on the live streams, I'm break even technically. I'm risking $200 to make $200. In more technical terms, I'm just risking 10% of drawdown per trade on my live streams. That's what I do live. I'm really, really big on mastering the skill and managing risk. So like on the mentorship, I really push for everybody to risk $50 per zone, and then so they can learn. Yeah, you need to backtest because this equilibrium thing I was telling you about, this up and down, up and down. And when you stop backtesting, you start to come up more. And this is where you have like that pride and ego and like, oh, I don't need to backtest. I'm okay. Like I'm performing. And that will eat you up. That will cause you to go back to frustration and blowing your account, boom and busting. Back up again. Oh, I'm comfortable. I don't need a backtest. Back again. But right now you're at equilibrium. You're solid. You're stable. I just recommend at least like 3 backtests a week. Maybe just at least one a week. Is that with a 50K? On this live stream account that I'm doing, it's on a 50K account. So on this account, I don't do anything more than higher or 1-to-1. I only do 1-to-1 on here, and I only risk 10% of drawdown. So if I got a bigger account on my live streams, it would just be the same rules, 10% drawdown. And if I got a smaller account, same rules, 10% drawdown and 1-to-1. Off the streams, I've obviously risk a lot more and I copy everything. I sometimes go for higher RR, Recently, I've been trying to do less higher RR because it's hard to continue that habit elsewhere and then come to the live and stick to 1-to-1. As in, you risk the risk of $100. Oh, so I only risk 10% of drawdown. I assume that's what you're asking. So this 50K account on Top Step is just 10%, so $200 per trade. This is $50, so I was just showing something earlier. Yeah, it's $50. So it's 4 contracts. But yeah, that's basically it. Managing risk or mastering the skill, then we get paid to perform the skill. But I think like the most safest and fastest way to pass any of those combines is just 10% of drawdown per trade. And if you can handle your emotions, you know what you're doing, and you know when to enter and put your stop, there shouldn't be an issue. To the new viewers, I was telling Michael, if you're really good at trading and you already know what you're doing and you master the skill, you can pass these prop firms in just like 2 trades or even 3 trades. Just divide it by how much to risk per trade. And if you have a high win rate and you know what you're doing, you're gonna pass eventually. Sorry, I had a gentleman message me on Discord. Let me tell him. Currently live, and I'll get back to them. I'll get back to you. Okay. Just send your request on Discord. Yes, sir. I'll accept it right now, too. I'll get it done. Okay. Let me reply to this gentleman. Let's see. That's basically it. That's all we're doing. I'm afraid that nothing's going to pop up because we're in a range right now. And we were doing this in the morning. We're just chopping. You can see that on the bottom left. It's the 1 minute time frame. And yeah, no problem. I love helping, so I'll get back to everybody's questions that messaged me. I still, even if there's no viewers on the stream, I still talk because I know there's people who like to rewatch the streams. So like I still want to provide some value. So I try not to stay quiet. I really like to set up, like I said earlier, I normally only find 1 play during the afternoon. It's not often where I find 2 plays. So all I see is 1 right now. I don't really see anything else at the moment. I saw this play above, but it was extremely counter trend. I can show you it. I decided not to mark it out or take it. Okay, let me show you. It's right here. It's everything we're looking for. Like I said, the sweep, the swing high, the swing low, the tap. We got another tap. Break of structure after the tap. And then we came and failed 50%. I did not want to take this because it was so counter trend. And I don't want to take anything that's against the trend. But I didn't realize that it failed 50%, so that's why I started to talk about it. Surprised. But we're also a game of probability, so there's no need to be surprised. Come on, buddy. We still have about like 40 minutes of price action to give me something. I'm still liking this play below. We've just slowly grinded up. It's clear indication that we're still pretty bullish. Maybe we dump from here because this zone is pretty strong. This green zone that we're going in right now. If we do dump really hard, I would want a reaction before entering my zone. If we don't dump really hard, then I won't worry about the reaction. Looks like the dumping is beginning. Okay. Come on, buddy. I'm afraid we're just gonna keep chopping and chopping and chopping. If we do that, I'll take my order off also, because then I won't be able to determine direction. And we want to maintain that high win rate. That win rate is so important because we are risking 1-to-1, so we don't want to hinder it or lower it down. But it's also saying like, why not only take your 8++++ setups? And that's like the only setup that you trade. That's what I'm doing on the live streams. Just taking my 8++++ setups. So we're slowly coming down. We haven't really dumped down. There's that blue line, the London line that I talk about, that I teach. We're reacting to it. Maybe we use it as resistance. Dude, yeah, I agree. Like, even when you go to like other mentors and stuff, they give you like 4 different setups, but like, why aren't we focusing just on one? Like, it doesn't make sense to keep gambling on low probability. In long term, like, you're not gonna succeed gambling on low probability, especially to traders who boom and bust. Like, having a playbook and deciding, like, it's just too much. It's just too much. It's gonna suffocate you. Come on, let's come down. Come on. I'm afraid we're gonna chop for the rest of the time. There's a zone that we're respecting. We just use it for direction. We're not gonna trade it, obviously. And just hope we break it. Michael, was your setup more like a fib from the zone? Like you're waiting for some requirements and you go for higher RR? And if you do go for higher RR, are you entering at 50% or are you entering like on the zone? And are you targeting like eternal swing? I know you're changing it up a bunch. I just don't know where you're at right now. I'm nosy. Come on, buddy, do something. Give me something. It's giving me nothing right now. We're just ranging and ranging and ranging. Manipulation leg. So I understand deviation on the manipulation leg. Take half of a 101 1 SDV and put stop to break even, then leave the rut. That's a good idea. It's pretty smart. Take half off it. That's pretty cool. So like, are you still entering at 50%? You should get 1.5 R. I see what you're saying. A lot of these setups too, like on my strategy, if you look at a lot of my plays, take profit normally hits the eternal swing. So like just the opposite color candle before entering the zone. And that eternal swing normally gets hit mostly all the time. And that's where you average like 1.5 to 2R. I wait for a classic ICT breaker once into the zone. Makes sense. It's awesome that you have requirements to be more selective with your trades. And it's cool that I know you had an issue like having a 0.8 or 0.9 R. 21.53. 5, 3, 4. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's pretty cool. So then, like, I'm assuming it's a bigger zone. And then you're... No, wait for it. Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. That's pretty cool. It's a good idea to get runners. For our analysis, we're not getting nothing yet. This is something I like right here, solely because we've pushed so hard from it. But I would still want price to come back, tap, break that structure, then I'll be interested in it. But if that tap doesn't happen, break a structure doesn't happen, then I'm not interested in it. No, Okay, let's get rid of this here. Let me put a line here just for now. Let's make it dash. Okay. So I asked for something and I got something. It's not what I wanted exactly, but it is what it is. This is a really nice setup right here that we're coming into. I'm just too personally too afraid to take it because how counter trend it is. But it can deliver because it's been respecting it. There's confluence too to show that this is a strong resistance. So I even have 50% of initial balance. I have a higher time frame zone that was in there. But for me, it's lower probability. We have so much volume that came into the zone. I'm not going to take it. There's no need for me to risk on this. Let's see what happens. If I can find a bullish play in here, and if we continue up, that would be awesome. Just maybe we get something. I'm liking it so far. No, it looks like it's gonna come back down. If it does come down, I'll look for a bearish play on the way down. Just gonna be selective here. This December has just been so boring, like dreadfully boring. I keep getting the idea that we're gonna find something, and then I just get like a bunch of nasty candles and nothing solidified. Then I wait again for like a move or something to happen to break out of a range, and then we do the same thing we did, or like what I was complaining about, like the whole chop and going nowhere. Mm. Come out. That's awesome. Our take profit got hit on this higher time frame zone. It was a really nice zone. We've been respecting it. I liked it a lot. But it's technically counter trend. It's not with the trend. And we have a lot of volume coming into it. So I went out to put risk on the table for it. Dude, yes. I feel like I've excelled even more as a mentor. Like I can now risk 10 times more than I could before. Solely just because I've been a mentor. I really enjoy helping people, and I really like being. Let me show you. If I can show you the chat. I don't know if you were here when I talked about it. I think you were. But people are actually learning, and they want to learn. Like I love it, and I just redid the course too to make everything like way more in depth. But I make the mentees submit their back test so they can master the skill first, and I can really tell like where they're at and like what they need help with. Like I love seeing mistakes. Like this gentleman didn't know how to do it correctly, but I love that he did that so I can teach him and he get better. And there's another gentleman here that started like less than like 2 weeks ago, and he just started backtesting, and he's already marking up his charts. He's already doing it. Like it's just so awesome. So that encourages me to be like at super equilibrium. What I was telling you about, like the up and down, up and down. I'm able to just be right here all the time. I can risk so much per trade now without having any emotions at all. Because like I know I have people watching and people looking up to me, and like people have to teach. Also too, like I'm a father and a husband, so having a mentor on top of all that like makes me feel better. Like it's real awesome. They can help people. I would only be interested in this play below if we tap and go all the way back up and break structure. Then I'll be interested in it. If that doesn't happen, I'm not going to take it. Nothing so far has really met my standards yet, except my 2 trades from earlier. It was 1 loss and 1 win. And I think that loss could have been avoided from earlier, but I don't remember what it was. I have to go to my journal here. Let's see. Well, that was for data. Oh yes, I remember. There's a lot of earlier. There's a setup I took an L on. We had so much strength, and I knew to take my order off, and I just kept it, and we hit my stop loss. I wasn't trying to display any like impulses, trying to be impulsive or indecisive. So I let it run. But for the future, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and then wanting a reaction before entering if we have any idea that we're still taking a counter trend trade. So I'm afraid right now that we're just gonna chop all the way to 130. Normally, what you've been seeing on the 1 minute on the bottom left, we get a strong move, and then price chops. So like strong move. Oops, I did not mean to do that. Let me delete this. Like a strong move happens, price chops. Strong move happens, price chops. And then again, again, and again. So like right now, strong move, price chops. And for the new traders out there, this is just December. It should clear up near the middle or end of January. Been watching NQ almost every single day for over a year. I've skipped like in total, realistically, like 2 weeks, I think. Or yeah, 2 weeks worth of trading days. But I've showed up mostly every other day. So we're not getting the best reaction we want. There's also this bigger zone, but I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like that. So we need price to break structure all the way above for me to be interested in this play below. I've seen it happen before. It happens a lot. But I don't know if it's going to happen right now. We've been chopping so much. We already had our big move. Let's just hope for the best, though. I really want to take a trade. I don't want to end the day at break even again. Because we had a break even day like 2 days ago. And then yesterday we only took one trade, and that one trade was a loss. That loss could have been avoided. So that was more my fault. But we really haven't got presented anything nice or pretty yet. Let me turn this off too so it's not loud. Sorry. Price came filled 50%. It's pretty cool. We had a nice little pretty reaction before entering. I just would not have put risk on the table for this at all because we didn't reach our requirements and we didn't have a clear tap. Mm-hmm. Come on, buddy. I just want to take something. Give me something. Well, here's a zone right here too, but it's too close to the zone below. And it already failed. Yeah, we don't like that either. Yeah, nothing's hitting the standards. I still like this play below. We haven't fully like, it was 4 contracts, I think. We came back. We need a reaction before entering though. If we slice too hard, I don't want to be in the way of the bullish trend. It's even if we come down though. Come on, buddy. It's awesome that the zone delivered. Pretty cool. Oh, Michael, if you're still here too, I was talking about the eternal swing. This would basically be it, or it'd be this one, but one higher RR. So the strategy, eternal swing, it's always a good target. But obviously with the trend, Just like we zoom in here, the turn of swing would have been right here. Come on, buddy. Maybe we get a play right here. We get a tap on the zone. See, I've seen this happen sometimes. We'll get a tap and then we'll dump. But let's see. Just want to be ready for it. I see this bigger zone with the tap. I don't know if I like that. Let me see. If we reach standard deviation, we did reach standard deviation. Ideally, I want to take this, but I want price to break this green zone. Then I'll be interested in it. Let me be ready for it. Short. If it doesn't break, I'm not going to take it. 17. Okay. I'll risk 17 for it. 15. 16, 17. 17 contracts. And then make this my main. Okay. This is predictable. This always happens. This is anything new. Okay. Let's make this longer. Get rid of this drawing so I can see. And then let me get rid of this. Nice little reaction to the zone. I like it. Perfect tap. I love it. I love it. Everything looks really good so far. And if we take a loss, we're done for the day. Because we stop at 2 losses. Come on, buddy. I'll do just one more over. Sell one. I really like this zone a lot. A lot, a lot. I've seen zones like this fail 40% though, more often than not. So I'll be ready for it. What a coincidence that we have a trade to the upside and to the downside. It's the most funnest times. The one to the bottom, I'm a bit hesitant about, but we're reacting to it. So we'll see what happens. And if we come in with too much volume, I just rip the order off. Come on, come on. Yay. We still have till 1:30, so hopefully we get something filled here. I just want to take one trade. That meets my standards. Come on. I know you want to come fill me. I know you want to. Or you just want to play games? Looks like games just want to be played here. Let's see, we look at the 15-minute. Okay, I'm liking everything. I just hope we fill one of these positions and not go sideways to 1:30. Do I see anything else? No, I don't. Yep. I only see these two plays. I like the bottom play because there is initial balance in the zone and it's the entrance of a 15-minute zone. We come in with too much volume, I'll rip it off. Solely because I would be assuming that we're targeting 50% of the higher time frame zone. And this is the top of that zone right here. Top of that high time frame zone. Come on, brother. Let me make this a lot more clear. Come on, come on. It keeps teasing me. I don't like when it teases me. When it teases, I normally rip my order off. It's like telling me like, hey, I'm not gonna bounce. I'm gonna hit your stop loss. We still got till 1:30, so let's hope this doesn't happen. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Oh, there's some strength. And we're back to the range. It's hilarious that I can say that the 1 minute is higher time frame. It's like a funny statement. I know 5 seconds seems so crazy to people. But like in the grand scheme of things, it's not at all. Just looking for a pattern. "15 minutes, come on." If we touch the red line on the right, this 130 line, I'm taking both my orders off, and we're ending the day at break even, which is like a negative $100 because my second trade, I risked $100 on accident rather than $200. But I'm just gonna say break even. Because that can just be made up with one trade. The whole goal is to just focus on one account, like for the mentees, and specifically Top Step. And so then they have like a broker they can use with TradingView. But I've been thinking about Tradeify because of the instant funding, and you can use TradingView, and it's reputable. You can get, I think, like 7 accounts. And I haven't started with them yet, but I really want to. And I've just been looking, but I think I'm gonna do it. So then like I'll just push all the mentees to get instant funding with Tradeify, but they need to master the skill first. So like it'll just be more important because those Tradeify funded accounts are like 240 or like 280 or something with a discount. And for an average consumer who's already struggling to get a course, I can imagine like how big that seems to them. But obviously, when you look at the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. Like I don't know how best to cater to the mentees. So that's what I was thinking. Like, let me just worry about one account on the live streams on Top Step X. But part of me feels like no one really gives a shit if I pass because I'm already proving I can do the scale. So like I'm just thinking of just switching to Tradeify and just trading on my copier accounts on the live streams instead. I think I'm gonna take my order off on this bullish play. We've been tapping the zone way too much. We've been swimming around the top. When that happens, I don't like it. It just feels like we're getting orders before we dump towards any direction, so up or down. I'm not interested in it anymore. It's just too risky. We're playing too many games before entering. I don't want to risk capital on a low probability setup. Let's see if we fail. It'd be awesome if we did. Just wasn't for me. I like this one a lot still. The chopping isn't happening around it. If price came like this and chopped like this, then I would take my order off because it just feels like it's getting orders. But since we chopped not close to it, like down here, I like that because we can sweep all these orders still and feel less. Let's get this here. And since I'm trying to break the habit of stopping more than higher one to one, if you wanted to go higher RR on the setup up here, it's the setup that I would take higher RR on. 17, we can delete this. There's a really botched setup right here. I wouldn't take it. But we can use that as a magnet. So we're obviously respecting it. Let's see if we fail. This is exciting to find out. Come on, buddy. For the new viewers out there, I just look for the same pattern on the chart. It's super easy. Up and down, up and down. Every pink candle is sellers bringing the price down. Every blue candle is buyers pulling the price up. They're constantly fighting. They're constantly fighting. Making this line chart here. So we have the blue candle pushing price up. Then the pink candle pushing price down. Oh, you can't even see. Let me move it more. Yeah, look. Buyers pulling the price up. Blue candles. Pink candles pushing it down. This happens again and again and again. We're just looking for a specific pattern. We're just looking for this pattern exactly. Again and again and again. And then we find setups in there. We then put this thing that tells us how much to gamble. Okay, it tells me to put 23 contracts. So I put that much into here. I put 23 contracts to know to gamble in this zone. So I'm just looking for that pattern. And I risk 10% of what I'm allowed to trade. I'm sorry, I risk 10% of what I'm allowed to lose. So I risk $200 per trade because I'm only allowed to lose $2,000 for this account. And this account is from a prop firm. They give me money to trade with if I can prove that I can trade. And that's what I'm doing on these live streams, is proving that I can trade to a prop firm by making $3,000. They approve me, and then I can trade with a funded account. Yeah, I really see nothing right now. This more than likely will deliver because we've been staying bearish. But I don't want to take it because those taps are a little too deep for me. I really want this play up here, but I doubt we're going to come back by 130. I don't see anything else at all. And that sucks. I really wanted something. I see something, but a bit irrelevant. This play that I was interested in, this green zone, looks like it's about to hit take profit. That's pretty cool. Nice. That's so awesome. I said no to this trade because we were swimming around it. We were chopping it too much playing around. I don't want to put capital on that trade. But like I said, this zone more likely might play out just because we've been respecting it so much. We're bearish. We broke this zone, confirming that we're bearish. And then we have the sweep and everything, the pattern that we're looking for. It all played out. This is a perfect setup. Let me see where standard deviation is at. Right here. I might just take it. It might be too late for me to take it. Oh, that's one tab. Let's see. Short. I was gonna say no at first, but I kind of like it. It's 15. Yeah, those taps aren't as deep as I thought they were. Let's do this one more tick up. And I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, in hindsight, I did not like the strength, but I do like the taps. I'm okay if we take a loss. It's pretty textbook. Let's see. Delete this. If we take a loss, and I think we're down like P&L total, like $300. Our total though, we're just be down one trade. Let's see if our take profit gets hit though. I don't have much confidence in this trade. I just wasn't a big fan of these taps, but I did love how it was bearish with the trend. Let me get my journal ready. And then let me get rid of these drawings too so I can take a better picture. Okay, let me move this so I can take a better picture too. I'm surprised that we haven't hit our stop loss yet. I didn't think, this was an indication to me that this was not going to win. We'll see what happens here. Oh, yay, we got a win. Take profit got hit. All right. See what I liked and what I didn't like. So now we're up $73 because we had one loss, one win. This is our second win. Let's document it. Let me take this order off also. Okay, and then here's a journal. Only thing I didn't really like was the 2 deep taps. I did like how we broke out of a bullish zone to the downside, and this bearish zone got created and was a strong magnet. Nice. Okay. I think that is it, buddies. As you saw, that's all I do on my live streams. I just find a trade, look for a pattern, and I put capital to risk on that trade. And we're passing a prop firm. Right now it's only like at $744. And that's it. Yeah, we're just taking our time on it. There's no rush here. And I want to make a video of all the trades I've taken on the live streams, and just so like, oh, that's how I press a prop firm. Okay, I think that's it. Hopping off. Get into the mentorship if you already haven't. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're still here, Michael, thank you so much for participating. I appreciate you. I love learning more. So it's nice to hear from you. Y'all take care. Stay away from instant gratification. Improve your life. Have those hard conversations with yourself and others. If it's uncomfortable, that means you're doing the right thing. All right, T2YL. Best of luck.